Hello everyone and welcome back to TBC. I'm Dave, your disembodied announcer voice, and today in round 3 of our first ever fight for the contest of champions, that is the fight for the Warlord's belt, the Lords of the Ring are taking on the Heavy Pounders. On the bottom right corner we have El Estamago. We have got Ray Fantomatica, Don Sucia, the referee, Paul Haybale. Down on the bottom rope, we have got Pajaro del Fuego and Pinta Medea. On the top left rope, we have Bulk Bogan the Ogre. We have Slamwise Gamgee and Footlock Baggins. We have Centurion King and CM Guttersnipe. Going on first, we're having the contest of wills it is. Pinta Medea versus CM Guttersnipe for initiative. Pinta Medea is the Capitan for this game, so he has a dexterity of 2 silvers plus 2 successes for 3. CM Guttersnipe gets 2. Pinta Medea is going first. Pinta Medea moves up 4 spaces and then goes off of the ropes. That is a textbook Patadas Voladoros. The joke is going to be that I cannot say these names every single time. We have got a silver and a copper to attack for 2. 3 silvers for defense. This could be bad. That is 7. That is a reversal by 5. Oh no. Well, 5, that is going to be a shove. 2 damage to Pinta Medea. And his action ends automatically. That is possibly the worst way this could have gone. The ogre is looking ready to start punching back. In retaliation, on the other side of the ring, CM Guttersnipe is moving over to El Estamago, who he is just going to simply try to punch 4 times. Silver and copper plus 1 gives 4. Silver and gold on the defense is also a 4. That's a block. Second one, that is going to be 6 versus 3. That is 1 damage. The trading blows and El Estamago is gradually being worn down. That is 7 versus nothing. That is an incredible beatdown. That is a beatdown to the tune of 3 damage, and if he was capable of being knocked down, he would be. But unfortunately, that center of gravity is just too low. 1 last attack for 4 versus 5. The last one is blocked, but El Estamago is not in a fantastic place right now. Coming to his friend's rescue, Dom Sucia is going to jump off Ray Fantomatico's head and land down here, performing the plancha. That is 2 silvers and a copper plus 1 for 6 versus 2 silvers and no bonus for 6. That is a successful dodge. Oh no, oh very no. I mean, off this, you may as well now go for a lovely flying tope off of the ropes. Again into CM Guttersnipe. It's going to be 2 silvers. That's going to be a 3 versus 2 silvers on the defense of 4. CM Guttersnipe is taking everything the halflings can throw at him. And now the only thing left that he can possibly do is just try punching him again. He's running out of steam. That is 2 successes versus 4 successes. That is absolutely nothing. On the other side of the ring, Bulk Bogan is going to move down close to the middle so he can threaten everywhere. And he is simply going to chokeslam Pentamidia. That is a silver and a gold for 2 successes. Pentamidia has 2 successes plus a copper dice. So manages to dodge. Just, but he manages to dodge. Woof. With this in mind, I think the only thing that Bulk Bogan can do now is just punch the little guy for 6. Silver plus 1 because of El Capitan for 4. Or 3 even, that's still going to be enough to do 1 point of damage. Nowhere near as much as the ogre would like, but it's what we're going to have to deal with. However, to defend his team captain, I think it is time for Pájaro de Fuego to take to the skies. Pájaro de Fuego moves up to his Capitan, uses him as a springboard to bounce over here for an uno, dos, golpe eliminado. And it's 3 silver to attack. Getting 6. It's also 3 silver to defend. For 3. That is enough. That is, firstly, 3 damage to the ogre. And also a daze, which could leave him horribly wounded. That's a boo. That is a negative to move and action point. Something the ogre absolutely does not need. As we get 2 more actions. Frankly, the only thing he should do now is go for just screw it. May as well go for 2 grapple attacks. 2 regular attacks. What am I talking about? He's just going to punch him. First one is 2 successes versus the 3 silver defense. Only barely defending, and last one, no successes. That is 5 on the retaliation, which does mean that he has reversed for an additional damage and a shove of 2. Coming in to try and defend the ogre, despite the fact I don't think Bulk Bogan needs defending. Our good friend Slamwise Gamgee is going to use his flying headbutt. It's a rocket attack, so it goes so far. And that is 2 silver and 1 copper. Only gets 3 successes versus 1 silver plus 1 because he's the El Capitan. That is nothing. That is 2 damage on... Oh no, that's 2 damage onto El Pentamidia. He may be out in the first round. Oh no. He's just going to try punching him in the face now. That is a copper plus 1 versus a silver plus 1. That is 4 versus 2. That is down. Okay. Pentamidia has been knocked out. Going to go down in lastly for a pin. Is Slamwise Gamgee going to get the pin? It's 1 copper versus 1 copper. He needs 3. He can't do it. But still, 1, 2. He kicks out. Pentamidia is fine, if absolutely beaten to hell. In retaliation to this, El Estamago is going to jump off of Dom Sucia. He's going to jump over here. It causes 3 damage to Dom Sucia. But he is going to perform the Mini Extinción. Oh, Jesus Christ, if this hits. It's a gold and a silver to attack. Versus a defense of 2 silvers. That's a hit for 6 damage. immediately taking the poor CM Gutter Snipe down to 1 health. But that is all of his action points in a single hit. That is a single hit, but what a hit it is. LS Demargo must be stopped, and I guess it's time for Centurion King to try and stop him. He's going to go for the leg lock. That is going to be a silver and a copper +1 for 3 versus a defense of 2. It's only 1 damage, but more importantly, that is two action points removed. If he can get it in again, that's going to completely drain every single action point LS Demargo has next turn. 6 versus 5. That is another one. Again, only a single point of damage, but LS Demargo is completely helpless next turn. It behooves the Lords of the Ring to try and bring down one of their opponents. So Ray Phantomatico is going to move in, and it's going to simply attempt a regular grapple. It's a copper +1 for 3 versus a silver defense of nothing. That means that is a KO on CM Gutter Snipe. He is completely out. He's meted a flat roll against, and oh no, Ray Phantomatico has 4 attempts at doing this, so that's going to be no successes. Ray Phantomatico needs to get anything to pin for 1, 2, 3. CM Gutter Snipe is out of there. And also, while we are here, sod it, he's got the action points. Yep, he may as well go off of LS Demargo into Centurion King with a flying Hurricane. That's going to be a gold and some copper +1. That only 2, but 2 silvers on the defense. That's 4. Okay, it doesn't land, but it definitely looks awesome. The heavy pounders need to try and get anything to defend. So moving over 2 here, bouncing off of the ropes. Footlock Baggins is going to attempt to pin Intermedia. Again, Footlock Baggins has 5 attempts at this, so first up, nothing, anything. That is 1, 2, 3. He kicks out. Second attempt, 3. He physically can't do it, so there you go. Third attempt, 1, 2, 3. Pintermedia has been pinned. He's only got 1 move left, so he's going to move around here. And there is nothing else Footlock Baggins can do. Only person left to activate is Paul Haybale, who is going to move up and offer Dom Sucia a pasty. Rolls 1 silver, heals that much up. 2, that's very, very good. Almost healed off the damage LS Demargo did as he absolutely slammed in as he did El Stincion. That is a chaotic round 1. 2 people down. So many more to go. It's gonna be carnage, people. It is gonna be carnage.
Bogan? Yes, me little buddy? I have a question for you. Why are you so handsome, smart, cool, and attractive? Well, my little buddy, I have one simple answer. I subscribed to Chippers One's YouTube channel. It's the best thing you can do with a single click, and it means everyone will think you're awesome. Really? Does it make you that cool? Well, just look at me. I subscribed, and now I'm huge. I used to be smaller than you. Really, it works? Yes, subscribing to Chip as one gives you muscle mass. That sounds highly unlikely. Well, there's only one way to find out, me old mate. Go on, give it a go.
In round 2, the first question is definitely going to be what is going to happen to Centurion King as Dom Sucia goes to try to intercept as he gets out of the way. Dom Sucia gets 3. Centurion King only gets 2. Dom Sucia is going to go first. He is going to move up to El Estamago and he is going to dive over him and attempt to do a plancha on him. It's going to be 2 silvers and a copper plus 1. Oh no, that is 8 versus a defense of 2 silvers. That is 4. That is bonus damage on top of everything else. Oh no, that is going to be 4 damage, knocking him down to 3 health, and also knocking him down. And most terrifyingly, it is going to leave Dom Sucia with 2 action points to do something. First up, ooh, just ooh. Yeah, Dom Sucia is going to use patadas frijoles. Oh, I've just realised what that is. He's going to attack him. He's down, so there's no defense. It's copper plus 1 for 4, which does 4 damage. But it is dirty, so no one notices a damn thing as it KOs him, which means he can go in for the pin. There's no defense. 1, 2, 3. Centurion King is pinned by the dirty, dirty hobbit. The heavy pounders are on the ropes. It's time for Bulk Bogan to do something stupid. He's going to move up here. He's got 1 less movement point and 1 less action point, but he can still bounce off of the ropes to get a bulldoze on Ray Phantomatico. That is going to be 1 of each, a full suite of colours, for a total of 7 versus Ray Phantomatico's poor 1 silver in defense. So he's beaten by 7. That is going to be a total of 4 damage, bringing him down to 1, and he is knocked down. Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. Ray Phantomatico needs to kind of get out of there. He's going to stand up, jump off Dom Sucia, land there for a flying hurricane. Gets a golden copper plus 1 for 3 versus 3 silvers for 4. That is not enough. He's got a whole 1 action point left. He may as well go for a grapple. It's not particularly worth it, but it's all he's got. Nothing versus a silver and a gold. At least there's no retribution for that. That would have been truly horrific. As we see Footlock Baggins going in to try and take him down. Yes, it's okay. I can count. Everything is fine. He is absolutely... All Footlock Baggins needs to do is a simple single grapple to knock him down. Both sides have 1 copper plus 1 on both the offense and the defense. But Footlock Baggins has 5 attempts to do this. So 4 on the offense versus nothing is enough to bring him down with no health left. Footlock Baggins going in for the pin. He's got 4 attempts at this. Nothing. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Footlock Baggins is absolutely bringing Mordor to the ring, frankly. This is ridiculous. At this point, screw it. He may as well do an attack on poor Pajaro de Fuego. He's going to do a sleeper hold for 1 copper plus 1 versus... for 1 success versus 1 copper. No successes. That is a successful sleeper hold for 2 damage. Oh my God. And it dazes him. Does nothing extra. And lastly, he may as well just do a grapple, just take another point of health off of him. That is 3 successes versus 1. That is Pajaro de Fuego down to 1 health. Oh no. Oh very no. At this point, I think the only thing we can do is Paul Haybow is going to run in and he's going to offer a pasty to Pajaro de Fuego. Get nothing. Oh no, that is a negative action point, I believe. Yes, that is -1 action point next turn. If there is a next turn for the high flyer, as Slamwise Gamgee turns to survey the ring and decide who is about to die. Slamwise has picked his victim. Gonna move over here. And that's right. Pajaro de Fuego is about to be punched in the face. Nothing fancy, just a copper plus 1 versus a silver. That is enough to do enough damage to KO him. He is down on the floor. There are 4 action points left. He cannot stop. Kicks out on the first one. Second one. 1, 2, 3. Pajaro de Fuego is also down. The only person left who can activate at all is El Estamago, who can move but is currently on -4 action points. They're just going to move around here. And now we're going to go into round 3 where the brutality will not stop. It's finally time for some hobbits to actually roll off as Dom Sucia tries to outmatch Slamwise Gamgee. Dom Sucia gets 3. Slamwise Gamgee also gets 3. The humans have the initiative, so they do go first. As Slamwise Gamgee moves up to here and bounces in with a flying headbutt into El Estamago. There's 2 silvers versus a silver and a gold. That is enough to do 2 damage. He moves back and he does it again. Second attack, 2 silvers versus a silver and a gold. Oh no! That means that El Estamago is down to 0 health. He is KO'd just in time for Slamwise Gamgee to use his last action point to try for a pin. It's a 2, 1, 2, 3. He kicks out. El Estamago is still around. Facing up against him, against the rest of this team, Dom Sucia is going to move up to the turnbuckle where he is going to jump off. Managed to just get in range of Bulk Bogan. That is going to be a plancha of 2 silvers and a copper plus 1. For 6 versus 3 silvers. For 8. Oh no. He's going to bounce off of the ogre. Oh no. The only thing he can do now is attempt to go for the frijoles. It's a dirty move. And the crowd are fine with it. That is going to be a copper +1 for 1. Oh no, there's 3 silvers on the defense. This is why you always kick a man when he's down. 6. That is a reversal. Yeah, that is an attack. God almighty. The attack hits them instead. That is 3 damage. Complete reversal. He's not knocked down, but he wishes he was. He is on 1 health. And now I think the only thing here for it now is Bulk Bogan is about to activate, and he is going to attempt to pin El Estamago while he is down. Oh. 2 copper, 2 on defense. Can we do this? 1, 2, 3. Of course we can. The halfling's been KO'd. He has 2 action points left. He is just going to try and nothing fancy. He's just going to punch Dom Sucia in the face for 6 successes versus the defense of silver 2. That is enough to knock him down, which means again another pin. Nothing. If we can roll more than no successes on 3 dice, that's going to be a pin as we go in for 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Dom Sucia does in fact kick out, leaving Footlock Baggins. 1, 2, 3. He's just in. He does have 5 attempts at this. So first 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Second, no successes. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! Third attempt. No successes. 1, 2, 3. Dom Sucia is finally pinned, and there is nothing poor Haybale can actually do to help his halfling buddies. As other halflings start circling him, he leaves the ring. The camera goes out of focus for a second. I don't know what's going on here. There you go, it's back. He ran so hard, the camera broke. Oh my god. But that is the first win for the Heavy Pounders. Greetings, mortals. I am here with Bulk Bogan, the leader of the Heavy Pounders. Mr. Bogan, what do you have to say about your victory over the Lords of the Ring? Well, buddy, I'm going to be real honest with you. I think we did pretty well. I've got to shout out my own little guys, Slamwise Gamgee and Footlock Baggins, for putting in a lot of the work. They fought hard, they fought well, so did our opponents. Everyone was great, but it's just nice to be off of the starting line with a victory under our belts on the way to the real belt. I didn't understand a word of that. But anyway, thank you, mortals, and we will see you next time on Total Bardic Combat.